Uniontown is a district comprised of several smaller communities. Our community relies primarily on farming and ranching in the area, but it's a blue-collar community made up of hard-working people. The space that we're looking at for the grant, it's just under a 2,000 square foot area. It would have adjacent parking, sidewalks to an exterior entrance door. You know, patrons or community members would be able to enter without having to walk into the school and interrupt the working school day. It's just a unique space that I think that we could use a lot better than we're currently using it.
What we're trying to do is get kids where they are more actively involved.
We've been able to collaborate with Mrs. Allen as well as myself doing music and PE activities.
We have a walking trail that is just around the property of the district. Also a newly created dock off the pond that was built by our local Uniontown organization.
Rhonda and I, we combined our thoughts and came up with Family Fun Fitness Night. Tying in our parent-teacher organization also.
Berta County was awarded a Blue Cross and Blue Shield Pathways grant. And at the elementary school, we chose a nutrition policy. So we made access to a water bottle for every child. And then the implementation funds were used to purchase new water fountains with water bottle filling stations. At the junior high school, they chose a physical activity policy. So they offer structured physical activity 2 times throughout the day other than PE.
We have a widespread curriculum at West Bourbon Elementary that, yes, teaches sports skills and those type of things, but I like to try to reach all the students.
So every day, our students get 30 minutes of our Healthy Kids time.
We had kids just basically sitting in the hallway or sitting in the gym. So we're utilizing that time period to burn off a little excess energy, I guess, if you will, and then send them down to their classrooms ready to get to work. We had Kansas Health Foundation here in October, who is a big funder of our Let's Move Active School, and they were amazed when they watched our classrooms doing the brain breaks. And of course, I try and provide activities for them so they're easy and something quick that can be done in the classroom without a lot of equipment.
When you can start to see some heads nodding or laying on the desks, little participation, then you know it's time to get up and shake them up a little bit. Well, after a brain break, when they sit down, they're a little bit more energized, they're ready to get back on the lesson.
Active kids do better, and I think at West Bourbon Elementary we're making great strides in incorporating that.
I came to Uniontown and I met Mr. Nibble, and he always worked with me because I've always been a pretty heavy person, and he took me through the journey since 7th grade of losing weight, gaining muscle, and he said I could really be a good football player. It was 5:05 was the record. I looked at that every day before I left the weight room. I had put the amount of weight that I needed on the bar to break it, and the whole PE class was there, really hyped me up. So I went, did it, and once I had done it, it felt like I didn't know what to do after that. My personal goal is probably around a 700-pound squat by senior year.
I'm a firm believer, if you don't use it, you lose it. Because if you just sit down and don't do stuff, joints stiffen up.
I've got to take care of myself if I'm going to stay healthy.
I do this because it makes me feel really good.
I get a lot of benefits from being in the gym, not just physical fitness benefits.
I just feel like it's a good thing at my age to stay as healthy as possible.
Adding anything that's close to us and accessible to us for physical fitness, I think, would be wonderful.
Just the exercise and the activity will increase the overall health and the overall function of everyone in the building.
Personally, I feel like maybe more people would put an emphasis on staying healthy.
I feel like a lot of students at this school really want to work out and get bigger for football or other sports, but there's usually only after-school programs, which they sometimes can't do because they might have jobs or something like that. So if we had something in Uniontown that was accessible, maybe from morning hours, they could actually come in and get their work in.
You put that piece into the facility over here, and the ideas, it starts to spawn ideas.
The limiting factors for us in any type of gym, for these patrons of our district, one would be income. There's the gym fees and the driving. You're going to have to drive either the 16 miles to Fort Scott or the 25 miles to Iowa.
There's not a lot of time outside of school that you can spend, driving to Fort Scott or somewhere close by to do those activities.
We always talk about lifelong learning. Exercise is one of the biggest pieces of lifelong learning.
If we were blessed to win this grant, I think not only would we be able to provide things for our students and our school and staff, but I think it would be a huge step to even furthering that community relationship that we have with our local community.